Okay. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Okay. I missed half of the recording. First half of the class I missed. They gotta remind me to turn the cameras on. I got in the big blue button, but I don't have it on this nice recording over here.
Jesse, you got lucky. You got lucky. You didn't catch the first half of the recording.
I didn't catch the first half, bro. Dang, I missed that. It's all good. Anybody working overtime? Yes? What y'all working? Huh?
Water plant.
How many hours y'all working, bro?
Oh.
48 weeks. Overtime? How many hours?
52.
50?
52.
Nice. Anybody else? 48. 48? Is working Saturday, 2 days? What do you do on your job? What do you do?
We're doing a remodel right now.
Oh, you do residential?
No.
Commercial?
Yeah.
You're what, MC? No mates?
I work with him on that water treatment plant.
How about you said you did? You said remodel. Y'all remodel a water treatment plant?
Pretty much. It's
We're like
not a remodel.
types.
They're adding a whole bunch of new stuff.
Okay.
They just added some crazy big generator. And that's what we've been trying to get done.
Gotcha. What do you do, Jared?
Run a vac. Vacuum. Hydrovac. I'm not doing electrical work right now.
Why? Who you work for? Bean. Bean Electric? Okay, this old Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean got a little property out there in Burns, so I don't live too far from Mr. Bean. Big Bean, Little Bean. Little Bean, got a little crib on the side. Big Bean got his over here. You understand me? Got them cows out in the field. Little Bean, Big Bean got that bread. Mm-hmm. They doing all right. So you, huh?
I just want to do electrical work. No worries.
Well, you first year, bro. You got plenty of time for that. Just do a good job back. I'm sucking stuff out. You'll be all right. Do your best. Be the best sucker they ever had. Huh?
Shit sucks.
Oh, I promise you it's not worse than Bennett 500s.
He want to do some electrical work, man. He want to say, I done electrical today. Well, they do a lot of control work, too. On signs and control work at the city. You can learn a lot.
That's pretty much all it is.
Okay.
Street work.
Yeah. What do you do, Jason?
I'm remodeling Southwest High School.
Commercial. MC. MC crazy, right? MC conduit too?
Yeah.
Gotcha. What about you, Adolfo? What y'all working on? Brent, big money job. Brent, see that nice shirt he got on? Probably doing service work. He probably don't even get dirty. What you doing for them?
Well, we just got done with the slab.
A lab?
Slab.
Slab?
Now I'm in charge of the water.
You the foreman?
Well, not foreman, but I'm in charge of the water.
You the lead man?
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Ooh, got a lead man in class. You know what I mean? So that's why you have to wear the nice blue shirt, huh? You tell them what to do. Hey, Hey, hey. That's what you do all day?
Not really. I mean, we're installing can lights right now too. So I mean,
Okay.
it's kind of easy.
Yeah, okay. Hey, right there. No, right there. What you do?
Nah, I wish. I mean, I tell some of them what to do.
Okay. What about you, Antonio? What do you do?
Text that.
Text dot.
Yeah.
Text a part of the train station. That's who you work for?
Well, this we're contracted by them, but we technically like put like electric poles and all that kind of stuff. Street lights.
What's the name of the company?
TME.
TME. That's all they do?
All they do, they have a lot of commercial, industrial. They got a lot of crews, but some of them like go out of town and all that stuff.
They how many printers they got? Bunch.
I say a little bit over 20.
All of it school?
Just some of us.
Why?
Just the younger guys.
Y'all got some 40-year-old apprentices?
Well, kind of.
Been apprentices all their life, huh?
Yeah.
Can't
Got
pass
that
German.
experience, but never took the exam.
Old boogers. What about you, Chance? What do you do? What's your job?
I work for Acme.
Acme, what do y'all do? Y'all do a bunch of big jobs, don't you? Big commercial jobs, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Big warehouses and
I was working out in San Angelo, but now I've just been working in the shop for the past like 6 months.
what you doing? Prefab? That gotta suck a little bit.
I haven't been learning much at all.
Gotcha. What about you? Dudley? No. Dylan, I'm sorry, Dylan. What do you do, Dylan?
Work for Texas Electric.
Texan. Y'all at the brewery? The brewery?
There's a job there. I'm at Lake Arlington.
Lake Arthur? What y'all doing out there?
Getting ready to everything, man. So doing industrial.
Industrial. You pretty strong, bro?
You gotta be good. Pulling wire. Like
Yeah.
6 inch, 5.
Dang, 6 inches?
Okay.
Rigid or EMT?
Okay.
Oak House, what's that?
Plastic bomb.
Okay, so it's pipe that has plastic around it.
Yeah.
And what is it called again? I never heard it called it before.
Okay.
Oak House, what y'all call it? Is it rigid?
Yeah.
Not heavy.
Yeah.
You carry one by yourself? Huh? That's heavy, man. You carry 10 foot by yourself? Y'all strung them on, rigid couplings?
Yeah.
Man.
480.
How y'all, what y'all use strap wrenches?
Yeah.
Yeah, they doing some hard work, bro. They had them big kahunas to do that. Hmm?
By Cedar Creek Lake.
Mm-hmm.
I was up there for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
And in Garland. No, I'm up there Lake Arlington.
Okay. You trying to be a journeyman one day or what?
Probably
What you say? All right then. Huh?
My dad was a master.
Is that right? Who you work for? You work for Texan too?
ELS.
LLS.
ELS.
LES. Okay. Okay.
Putting up white
Okay.
one.
So you gonna be a master like old daddy, huh? That's what's up. That's what's up. Anybody else think gonna be a master one day?
Yeah.
Yeah? Who all being a master? Who gonna be a master? No master, you just gonna be a journeyman?
No, I'm trying to leave the field by like 30
What you gonna do, brother?
p.m.
What's that?
Project manager.
Okay. I mean, does it require you to, what does that require? Just experience or what?
Just degree. Just the business degree.
Okay, so that's what you're doing too?
Yeah, I'm doing that on side too.
Okay. All right. How much money project managers make a year?
Good money.
6 days.
Huh?
What I know is that it's good money.
How much is good money?
I don't know.
Good is relative. I mean, to a
I
crackhead, $20 good.
I mean,
$20? Oh, man, yeah, that's good money. Huh?
one of the project managers making at least more than 90 that I know.
But, bro, how much you making, though, bro? I mean, you need to have a number in mind. Is it 100,000, 100,000, 200,000, $500,000? What we talking about? What you trying to make?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
6 figures.
Okay. That's more. You need to have an idea in mind. You know what I'm saying? And project. You saying project manager can get that?
Where I work at least.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
What they making?
That's what they told me.
What they making? What they tell you they making?
One of them told me he's never had a year where he's made under 100K.
Okay.
Yeah, same here.
What kind of hours they work?
The ones that I know, they don't work a lot.
They don't work.
In the
They're
office.
barely in the office.
In the office, AC, 40 hours a week.
The ones that I know, they're barely in the office. So I was like,
Maybe 6 figures, huh?
Yeah, that's what they told me.
I mean, my dad's a senior superintendent.
Electrician? Huh? Is he a journeyman?
No, he's a master.
Mm-hmm. He making 6 figures, ain't he?
Well, yeah, of course. Without a doubt.
You can make that money, bro. You can make it. You gotta know what you're doing, though. Can't be free. You gotta know what you're doing.
I mean,
Huh?
just the way seeing him is it's a lot of work.
What's that? Superintendent?
Senior superintendent.
Why you say that?
Because I mean, you gotta run the whole site, and then you gotta take care of your guys, and then
Well, what does a project manager do? What's his responsibility?
just ordering. Well, kind of the same thing basically.
You gotta know what you're doing regardless. You can't be in there ordering the wrong stuff, send it to the wrong spot, and you gotta know what you're doing for sure. All right, y'all ready to get back to it? Online, y'all ready to go? Get done with this. What? Okay. Bro, we got to 9 o'clock. You might as well relax. 10 o'clock. I'm tripping. 10 o'clock.
I was going to let you say 9.
All right, so where did we stop? We stopped at 23. So looks like we had some problems on 24. 24 too. Let's see what 24 look like. Come on, for real, y'all? We can do 24, right?
Yeah.
We got 24 down? It says, for the receptacle shown in figure 112-217, an ungrounded conductor is conducted at what point? Y'all got that?
Yep.
We good on that, right? Okay. 25. We should be good on 25 too, right? We good on 25? It says, refer to figure 113.511. The receptacle is properly connected and energized. If the leads of a voltmeter are placed between C and F, what we get? Well, what's C, first of all? And what's F? So what we get if we put a voltmeter across that? 0. Any questions about that? Neutron and ground, we're going to get 0, right? Why come y'all missed that? Over at 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 6 people got that right. So somebody here didn't get that right. Who didn't get that right in here?
I don't remember.
Okay. Well, y'all just took it last week, didn't you? Y'all doing smoking crack on the weekend? What y'all doing? Huh? You know what I'm saying? 26. If I put a voltmeter across B and C, what I'm going to get?
0.
How y'all get that wrong, man? Same people. Well, no, a few people got that. 27. Ooh. Boxfield.
I hate this.
Boxfield. This darn cursing, y'all. I can't even get it in. Where are the rules for Boxfield, ladies and gentlemen of the court? Where is Boxfield? What are the rules for Boxfield? Anybody have any ideas where the rules about box field, where are they located? Look at your tab. Somewhere on your tab on your code book, it should say box field. 314.16. Let's turn there. 314.16. 314.16 is box field. It's going to talk about all the rules. 314.16.1, A1. No, B1, sorry, B1. B1 says box field calculations. If I was you, I would highlight that. Box field calculations. B. Box field calculations. In my book, I numbered the rules. On conductor field, that's rule number 1. In fact, it's already numbered. Clamp field is number 2. Support field is number 3. Device and equipment field is number 4. And the equipment grounding field is number 5. Do y'all see that? Those are all 5 rules. Do you see them? If I was you, I would highlight that. Can you find that, bro? You got it, Adolfo? 314.16 B1. 314.16 B1. Remember, if you look at the top of your page, left and right, you see it? Where it says box field calculations, underneath it says conductor field is number 1. Says number 2 is clamp field. Number 3 is support fittings field. Number 4 is device equipment field. Number 5 is equipment ground and conductor field. You need to highlight those. Y'all got them highlighted? Okay, now let's talk about conductor field. There's a few rules to conductor field. You ready? I'm gonna read it first, and then I'm gonna tell you what it means in layman's terms. Are you ready? It says each conductor that originates outside the box and terminates or is spliced within the box shall be counted once. And each conductor that passes through the box or without splice or termination shall be counted once. In each loop or coil or unbroken conductor not less than twice the minimum length required for free conductors in 300.14 shall be counted twice. That's rule number 1. Who got that? Who got it? Rule number 1. Who got it? Who got it down pat? Rule number 1. Who got it down pat? Anybody? Nobody? I didn't explain that? You sure? So what does it mean then, Ethan? Duh. What? What now? What happened? What? Explain to me. It's critical that you understand box field, guys. Critical.
So if it's terminated or spliced, it's be counted as one.
Okay. So what is? Can you come up here and kind of give me? Here's the box. Come on down. I like it. You will come to the board, boy. I tell you that. You will come to the old beat.
I don't know if I'm gonna get it right, but
Okay.
give it a
So
shot.
what does the code say? Go ahead. Give it to me.
So like, how do you
Go ahead. Inside the box now. We in the box, baby.
Alright. So that be counted as one. And then say these are pigtailed together. That would be one,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right. And one more. It's terminated. Termination.
Oh.
Actually, 2 more. Termination.
Draw a little plug right here.
That would be a termination. That would be a plug.
Oh, hold on.
A termination would be like a termination strip or something like that.
So
Well, how about the loop? The loop then. Give me the loop. What's the loop rule?
be counted as one, two.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm confused now. I got lost.
Oh. So let me draw it differently if you don't mind. Can I explain it differently if you don't mind? Do you mind I telling you if I do a little different? Don't get myself. I'm gonna draw a little different. That was pretty decent though.
I got lost.
So if the wire's passing through, it get counted 1 time. If the wire terminates, or I should say splice, it gets counted one time. If it's looped, it gets counted twice. And that loop has to be how long? It has to be it's based on 300.14. What does 300.14 say? Somebody find a 300.14 real quick. 300.14. 300.14. Remember, you're going to look at the numbers at the top and right. So get you there fast. 314. 314. 314. What does it say? Who got it? You got it, Adolfo? Who got it? You can't find it? Okay, listen, ladies and gentlemen. If you look at the top corners of your page, top corners are going to tell you where you are. The top, huh? Say it again? Say it, yes. What does it say though? Read that for me. If you got it, 300.14. What does it say?
I don't see it on the book, but that's what I know on the
Okay, well, find it. I mean, it ain't true unless you can find it in the code book. It's just hearsay. Unless you can prove it in the code book, it's hearsay. It's what somebody told you. You don't know for sure, though, do you? Can you prove it? Can you prove it? 300.14. Who got it? Y'all know how to find it? Y'all ain't got it? 150. What you mean 150? If you look at listen to me, ladies, listen. If you look at the top corner of your code book, left and right, do you see a number? Yeah. Look at it. The top corners, you see numbers, right? What numbers do you see? 314. If you're trying to find 300.14, then you need to go back the other way to 300, right? Can you find that for me, 300? I need 300.14. You can find that fast if you look at the top numbers of your code book. Who doesn't understand that? I think I can explain it. 300.14. You're in the wrong spot, sir. Look, where are you right now? You're at 312. So you need to be in 300. So which way you need to go to 300? And all you're going to do is keep looking. That's 311. Keep going. That's 300. Gotta go back the other way. Keep going. 305. 313. 314. You see it on that page. 314. Point. There it is right there. I believe. 300.14. I want to show y'all, each one of y'all how to do that. Because I got a feeling that you keep finding it, brother? Yeah. 314. Show it to me. Very good. You found it, brother? You got it there, Garrett? What about you, Roberto? You got it? Good. You got it, Chance? You got it, Dylan? You sure you got it, bro? You at 312.9. Look, listen, look. Look at this number right here. You need 300. You see that? So how do I get 300 from here? That's 311. Keep going. That's 310. That's 250. What's 2 That's 300.5. That's 0.5. I need 14. I need 300.14. You going too far. That's 300.13 right there. That's 300.5. I need 14. Where's 300.14? It should be on the page. That's 15. 14. Got it? That's how you find your code sections fast, Jim. They didn't teach y'all that? Huh? That's how you find your code sections. What does 300.14 say?
Link to free conductors at outlets, junctions, and switch points.
They got to say something else.
At least 150 millimeters.
Or,
6 inches.
and you said 150, but 6 inches is how we normally go in inches. So if you said 6 inches, I'd be like, so what's 6 inches? How do I know that I got 6 inches of wire in my box? How do I know?
Free conductor measured from the point in the box where it emerges from its raceway or cable sheath.
How do I do that though? When you got that wire up,
Let's do this right.
do the show again. Say, make the sound effect. That's 6 inches. That's measured. He may be lying. You think he lying, Jesse? That's measured. Let's see. 6, give it to me. You got 7. It still works. It's 6 inches or more. You do this, if you put your hands in the box, when you pull your wire, you do this, and you cut that wire, you good. Why did the code book come up with that? Why did the code book have to put that in there? Because some of you numb nincompoops will cut your wire so goddamn be sure you can't even pull the plug out when you're trying to work it. That's why. Because you have some nincompoops, you had to put that in there because they was the wire so short. You ever try to pull out a receptacle, couldn't get it out because the wire was too goddamn be short? So they said, you know what, let's put a rule in here because we know we got some eggheads. So now you got to make sure to be cold that wire supposed to be sick. You're supposed to pull that plug all the way out. Right? That's why that's in there. Got it? So the code says that this loop, if each loop is 6 inches, then this whole wire is going to be 12 inches still in that box. If it is, it gets counted twice. Got it? If it terminates inside the box, if there's some kind of terminating screws here, and it terminates, it gets counted 1 time. That's rule number 1 in a nutshell. That is rule number 1. Questions? Can you take a picture? Questions about rule number 1? Let me check with my online people, see what they talking about. They just chilling, they ain't doing that, they just sitting here chilling. Y'all need to come to class. Y'all online people need to come to class. All right. I can erase this? Rule number 2. Rule number 2. Read what rule number 2 says to me, please. Anybody? Please help me out. On Clampfield. I think it's what it is, right? Clampfield, right? Read it to me, please. Please. I beg of you. Y'all scared to read? Y'all must can't read. It say. Here we go. Rule number 2, where one or more internal cable clamps where the factory or field install are present in the box, a single volume allowance is according to 314.146b should be made based on large conductor present in the box. So I got a box again. If there is an internal clamp, 2 screws, internal clamp, 2 screws, internal clamp, 2 screws, internal clamp, 2 screws, it gets 1 allowance. Even though I got 4, it gets 1 allowance based on the largest conductor in the box. Got that? So if I got number 12, and I got number 10, and I got clamps, how many allowances does it get first? How many? 1. Based on what size wire? 10. Questions? That's rule number 2. That was pretty simple, wasn't it? That's rule number 2. Got that? Ain't hard at all, is it? Nope. project managers in here. I can go number 3?
Yes.
3. Can somebody read number 3? Y'all ain't gonna do no reading about it. This how y'all gonna do it?
Or one or more luminaire studs or hickeys are present in the box. A single volume allowance in accordance with table 314.16b shall be made for each type of fittings based on the largest conductor present in the box.
This rule is primarily made for light boxes. Every now and again, you may have a handy box, but most of the time it's gonna be a round box, and you're gonna have a little thing like this in there. It's gonna have 2 screws on it and maybe a hole in the middle. Have you seen it to install a light fixture? Have you guys used those? If you have one of those, you're gonna account that for rule number 3. Have you seen one that looks like this? It looks like this, same way, and it has a piece of all thread going through it with a hole in it in the center. And you hang a fixture off that. Have you seen that?
Yes.
That gets counted as 1. Is it based on the largest wire? Number 3, is it based on the largest wire?
Yes.
Based off the largest wire in the box. Okay? How about this? Have y'all seen this one? It looks like this. It's a round, has a hole in the middle, and it has slots. Slots. Have y'all seen one like that? Used to hang a light?
I haven't seen a lot of them, but I've seen one.
You seen one? Have you seen one, Ruiz? No? You don't have any light fixtures?
No, we don't do any of that.
So you'll see that. Most of that is going to be in a sitting on a round box. But every now and again, if you go into a house, you'll see a smoke detector that's mounted on a little blue box. Okay? And that smoke detector has a bracket too, doesn't it? It gets counted as 1 allowance too. Based on the large conductor in that box. Y'all, let me ask y'all a question real quick. Why are they tripping on box feel?
It just seemed complicated, I guess. I don't know.
No, but really, why are we doing this? This is my thought process as a instructor. If I understand why the code is tripping on something, it helps me understand a little better. I'll be like, okay, that's why you're doing it. That makes sense. Why they tripping on box feel right now? Anybody got ideas? Why they tripping on box feel?
Don't overfill a box?
Yeah, why they tripping on it? Now I know y'all, a lot of y'all are young in the trade. You never had experience. But you ever had a box you couldn't know how to get the goddamn device in because it just had some of the wires that you couldn't get in there?
Yes.
Or you couldn't get the cover on. You scared to put the cover on because it was freaking. Oh, you scared you was gonna short something out trying to put the cover on. You ever had that problem? So somebody says, you know what? Since these idiots don't know how not to overfill a box, we got to put a rule in here to make sure they don't overfill a box. So that's why it's got box fill in, because some people will overfill a box. They'll put 8,000 wires in that box. You can't put a cover on it. You ever had that problem? Keep living, you will. But you can't get a GFI in the box. You had me trying to get a GFI in the box. You couldn't get it because it had 4,000 wires in there. You pushing in with your foot trying to get the device in. It's that tight. Right? That's rule number 3. If there's a hickey, if there's any device, lighting mounted devices mounted on top of that box, it gets 1 allowance based on the largest wire in that box. Got it? Any questions on that? That's rule number 3. Rule number 4. Can you read it to me? Is that the ground wire?
No.
What's rule number 4?
Device or equipment fill.
Talk to me. Read it to me. Rule number 4.
You got it.
Huh?
314.
I forgot about the device. What does it say? Go ahead, brother.
For each yoke or strap containing 1 or more devices or equipment, double volume allowance in accordance with table 314.16b shall be made for each yoke or strap based on the largest conductor connected to a device or equipment supported by that yoke or strap. A device or utilization equipment wider than a single 50 millimeter 2-inch device box, as described in table
volume allowances provided for each game acquired per month.
What does all that mean?
I'm lost on that.
What does it mean, Antonio?
I'm lost too.
What about it? Chase, what does it mean? Dylan?
I just run pipe.
Huh? What is it? Huh? Dolfo, what does that mean? No, what that means is, Bruno Fo said, that if any device is on a yoke, what the heck is a yoke? What's a yoke?
No idea.
A yoke is this part of the receptacle. It looks just like this. It may be connected in there or something. And the plug is actually on top of it. So, the yoke is this part of the receptacle right here. This is the yoke. This is the yoke right here. This is the yoke. That's the yoke. That's the yoke. That's the yoke. That's the yoke. That is called the yoke. The yoke is always grounded. It's always grounded. So it says if you install a device that has a yoke, it could be a GFI, switch, plug, a regular plug. If you install a GFI, plug, or anything that's on a yoke, it gets how many allowances? 2. Based on the largest conductor that's attached to it. Does that make sense? So if I got a plug that's been attached in the box, and it has number 12 attached to it, it gets 2 allowances based on number 12 wire. That's it. Question. Simple. So a yoke means basically plug, switch, any device that's going to that box, it gets 2 allowances. Why do you think it gets 2 allowances, if you had to guess? Why, Ruiz? Why, Antonio?
Because it has I'm guessing because it has to what's it called? Well, it has 2 connection of course, so it's double the.
Well, let me just tell you. A plug, a switch, and especially a GFI, takes up space in that box when you put it in, don't it? Does it take up space? I mean, how thick is a plug? How thick is it? It's that thick, right? So it's going to take up space. When you push it in there, it's going to take up that much space in that box, right? Switch too. And God forbid you got a GFI, it's going to take up that space. It's going to be thick and wide. So you got to give it enough allowances so that you can get all of that crap in that box. So it gets 2 allowances based on the largest size wire that's attached to it. If you have a device or yoke that's double, that's bigger than 2 inches, then it gets 4 times the allowance of the largest wire that's attached to it. What is a double plug? What does that look like? A yoke that's double. What does it look like? Anybody know? A yoke that's double.
Looks like a box. I don't know.
Yeah, other guesses. How about 220 plug? 220. How about a dryer plug?
That's gonna take us.
Huh? A dryer plug will be wide and deep. It gets 4 allowances. A oven plug, double allowances. A welder plug, double allowance. Y'all know y'all know what they look like, right? Or no?
Wait, which one?
You don't. A dryer plug. You know? Okay, let me look it up. Let's look it up. Broham. Ta-da. Look how big that is. Pretty wide. Wider than 2 inches. It's wide. And it's deep too. Let's see if we can get a picture. Images that show the side view. How deep it is. Look at this guy. See how deep it is? See how deep that thing is? Well, it's deep. You got to make sure you get plenty of allowance for that. It's wide and it's deep. It gets 4 allowances. The largest wire is attached to it. That's an example of a yoke. This part is a yoke. It's a wide yoke. Right? It's over 2 inches wide yoke. Okay? And it gets 4 allowances because of how big it is, how wide it is, and how deep it is. Question. That, my dears, guys, are rule number 4. Questions about rule number 4. Last but not least, rule number 5 says if you have a ground wire that originates outside the box and terminates inside the box, whether it be termination, whether it be wired onto a device, whether it be spliced in there, it gets 1 allowance. And then they changed the code this year. It says if it's more than 4, it gets a quarter of an allowance after that for every extra 1 after 4. Got it? So the ground wire gets how many allowances?
1.
So if I got 4 allowances, how many allowances? If I got 4 ground wires, then how many allowances does it get?
Wait, you said a quarter for everyone else.
Over 4.
Oh,
Over 4. It's in the code book. You can literally read it verbatim. It says, if it's over 4, 4 more, 4 or less, it gets 1 allowance. Based on the large conductor in that box. Is that correct? Is that what it say? In that section? What does it say? I'm trying to get y'all to learn how to interpret the code book when you read it. What does it say? Okay, so that's 4 or what?
4 or less.
Or less. So we're up to 4 equipment grounding conductors or equipment bonding jumpers in a box. A single volume allowance in accordance with table 314.16b shall be made based on the largest equipment grounding conductor equipment bonding jump in the box. A quarter volume allowance should be made for each additional equipment grounding conductor. So if you got 5, you're gonna add an additional quarter for every additional wire over 4. A quarter allowance. Like a quarter allowance. Yeah, a quarter allowance. So how does all this come into play when we're trying to do box field, right? Is that your question? Well, that all sounds good, but how do I put all those rules together and make this work? Is that a fair question? Yes or no? Is it fair? Okay, so let's figure this out. Let's look at this problem right here. Let me get a sip of this gin and juice. Give me a second. How my online people doing? Let me check on them real quick. How y'all online people doing? This dude, Brazil said out of town working, kicking his tail. Cool, y'all good? Y'all understand these rules? They like, we sleep, you just woke us up. Did I wake y'all up? I woke y'all up? Okay. Ms. Real said, I just woke him up. I woke you up, Brazil. You just kidding. Okay. Here we go. I'm ready. Y'all ready? You finna do this problem. Y'all ready? Finna do this box field problem. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let me see if I'm recording. I am. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I need some motivation, man. I need some motivation.
A party over there, wave your hands in the air, shake the dairy, yeah. These 3 words when you get busy, whoop, there it is, hitman.
Okay, that's enough. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Here we go. Here we go. So, let me get the problem up there. It tells me, refer to figure 115 point, well, first of all, let me tell you one more thing before I go there. Look at table 314.16b. 314, table 314.16b. If you're trying to find that table, remember, you're going to look at your number. Your number's the top, left, or right of your code book. If I say table 314.16b, you want to see where you are and find 314.16b. When you have that table, you need to highlight that table. Not only do you need to highlight that table, because that's your box field table, you need to highlight inches cubed. That's the only one you're gonna use. Notice I got an orange line running down that table. Inches cubed, I got an orange line because I know that's the only column I'm gonna use. Inches cubed is the only one I'm gonna use. Is inches cubed. I'm gonna highlight that boy. You got it? You got it, Chance? That way I ain't gotta be guessing and wondering. I know that's the column I'm gonna use all day. Got it? Here we go. Y'all ready?
So sorry. I just wanted to, I don't know if Casey told you, don't let your class go until we come and talk to the entire class.
Okay. Y'all gonna be here after 10?
I hope not, but it's looking like it.
All right. Here we go. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? So it says, for Ready Figure 115.104, you will install a second. So that means we already got one receptacle. We're going to install a what?
Second.
A second receptacle in the 2-game box. A flat 0.0 inches cube volume P ring is used. I don't know what a P ring is. I'm assuming it's a flat mud ring. Anybody deal with mud rings?
Same thing.
Huh?
P-ring, mud ring.
Okay. That's the same thing? I never heard it called a P ring before. Each of the type NM cables contains the ground, the pigtails, both of them receptacles are number 12. And when two metal switch boxes are gained together, what is the minimum depth of each box that can be used here? As you can see, the cable connections. I can't read the rest of it. Cable connections are external outside the box. Okay? So what you want to do, y'all, is first of all, don't let box feel scare you. Calm down, breathe, and think about what they're giving you. So the first thing I need to know is I'm going to deal with rule number 1. How many wires do I have coming inside the box? Right? And what kind of wires are they? So the first thing I'm going to say is how many number 10 wires do I have coming inside the box? I have 2 number 10 wires coming inside the box. Okay? How many number 12 wires I have coming from the outside the box to inside the box? I have 6. Can y'all see that? Who doesn't see that? Who doesn't see it? If you don't see it, let me know. Let me get you straight. Who can't see that? Okay, cool. So these are my number 10 wires. I got 2 of those. 1, 2 is what I got. And I got 6 because the neutrals get counted as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 number 12 wires are coming from the outside the box to the inside the box. Got it? Let me ask y'all a question. Why am I tripping about the neutrals anyway? Why do I care about the neutrals? Why do I care if the neutrals get crushed or not? If I get a nick, if I cut the wire, I get a nick in the neutral wire, can it cause problems?
Yes.
You goddamn me right. You can have a short, you can have it can be arc inside that box. The only wire that I don't care about is the ground. I don't care if the ground get nicked. I don't care if it get cut. Because it's the ground. But the neutral I care about and the hot I care about, right? So again, I got 6 12s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I got 2 10s, right? How many ground wires do I have in there?
3.
1, 2, 3. How many allowances do I get? I'm gonna put 3. I'm going to put 3 grounds. Let me just put 3 grounds for now. How many devices do I have in the box? Are you sure?
2.
2.
Yeah, 2.
I got 2 devices. Because it says in the question that you install a second receptacle, which means I had 1 already. I'm going to add 1 more. That makes 2 devices. Got it? Do I have any internal clamps? I don't. Do I have any hickeys? Any lighting type covers, anything like that on that box? No. So that should cover everything, right? I don't have any 2-inch device. I don't have any 2-inch devices like oven plugs. So I should have everything covered. So how many allowances does these number 10 wires get? How many allowances? 1 per. So how many do I get?
2.
How many number 12 wires allowance do I get for them?
6.
How about the grounds?
1.
2 devices?
B4.
4. Questions? How about that? How did I get that? Who doesn't know how I got that? Speak now. I'm ready. I'm ready. If you don't know, speak. I'll explain it to you. Everybody got that? Everybody. Okay, cool. So what does the rule say about devices? How many allowances? It says something like this. Each yoke that inside the box gets 2 allowances per yoke, yes? And how many plugs do I have in that box? How many yokes do I have in that box? Somebody said 1. Who says 1? Who says 1? I heard 2. Who says 1? Everybody agrees 2? Do you agree, Antonio, it's 2 or no?
I said 1, but it is 2.
Antonio, I'm waiting, sir. How you know it's 2? Huh? You gotta read that. You got to read the question.
Because we're adding on the second one?
Huh?
Because we're adding on the second one?
Exactly. So that's 2 yokes. Each yoke gets how many allowance? It's in your code book under the rules, bro. It's under rule number 3. Is it 3 or 2? Which one is it? Is it
No,
3?
no. I was saying it gets 2 allowances.
Read your rules. It's in 310.14. No, sorry, 314.16. 314.16. 4. B4, I think. If you ever forget your rules, it's on 314 B 1 through 4. If you ever forget. Now, are you finding it, brother? Are you looking at your notes at the top of the page? If you ain't look at your notes at the top of the page, you ain't gonna never find it. What number you at the top of the page right now? What number is that?
You said 316?
I said 314. 314.16 B3. Got it?
Yeah.
What does it say then? B3. Read it to me.
You said rule 3?
Yeah, rule 3.
Where one or more luminaires, stubs, cookies are.
Is that rule 3?
Yeah, that's
Read 4, my bad. 4, sorry. Now, if you had those highlighted, it would be hard to find, but 4. You can't find it, can you?
Yeah, I got it.
What does it say?
For each yoke or strap containing one or more devices or equipment or double volume.
So I get 2 volume per how many? Per yoke, right?
Yeah, per yoke.
So I got, how many yokes I got?
2.
And so if I got 2 yokes and 2 volumes per yoke, how many yokes is that? How many allowances?
4.
Questions? Now what do I do? That's the question. Right? Now, I already know if I look at table 314.16b that number 10 has an allowance of 2.5. Yes or no?
Yes.
I know that number 12 has an allowance of 2.25. The ground is going to get the allowance of the largest conductor in the box, which is number 10. So it gets 1 times 2.5. And these devices, it gets allowance of the wire, the largest wire that's attached to it, which I know is actually 10, isn't it? Yeah, this black wire. Is this black wire attached to it? 10.
Yep.
So we get the largest wire? Or just the wire itself? The largest wire, what does the rule say? What does it say, y'all? Talk to me.
The largest.
The largest wire. So is that correct right there? Well,
Correct.
Chance, talk to me. You don't understand that. Talk to me. You understand it? Okay, tell me what part you don't get. Okay, so did you look at table 310? You looking at table 314.6b? Do you see those allowances in there? Table, you got it? Go ahead and real quick, Jerry, real quick, make sure you're on the right table, real quick for me. Make sure you're looking at table 314, 16B.
That one right there, 320.
You got it?
Yeah.
You see those numbers? See what it says, number 10?
Mm-hmm.
Go over to inches cubed. Number 10, inches cubed is 2.50. Got it? That's how I came up with that number right there and there.
Okay.
Okay? If you look at the table on number 12, the allowance is 2.25. Yes? Questions? So what's 2 times 2.5? 5. And what's 6 times 2.25? Huh? 13.5? And this is 2.5? Huh? And what's 4 times 2.5? 10? Huh?
10.
So if I add these together, what do I get?
31.
Huh?
31.
31 inches cubed. Yes?
Got it now.
Now ask me, what's the minimum depth of each box? Now it says some things in this question that you got to make sure you remember. It says when two metal switch boxes are ganged together. What's a switch box that you can gang together? Can somebody point one out in the classroom? A switch box that can be ganged together. Is that one in this classroom?
Might be one.
Where? I don't see one yet. There's not one in this classroom.
That one over in the corner.
Nope. Huh. I don't have one in this classroom. Let me get your picture of it. It's also called a metal cutting box, by the way. Y'all ever seen metal cutting boxes? No?
This?
Nope, that's a plastic cutting box. Metal door cutting box. This is it right here. That right there is a switch box. Let me roll it down, scroll it down. I can take the screws out of this guy. I can take the screws off. I can take that screw off right there, either side, and this cover will come off, and I can put another box with it and make a 2-gang box. You guys never done that?
I didn't even know that was a thing.
That is a switch box. Some people call it a cut-in box, metal cut-in box. You can put them 2, 3, 4, 5. You can put as many together as you want to, just by taking that screw out. Okay? Any questions about that? So it's asking you in that question, it's telling you that you're going to put 2 of those together to make a 2-gang switch box in the question. Okay? It says right here, when 2 metal switch boxes are ganged together, what is the minimum depth of each box? Okay? So how did I find the minimum depth? So now, look at table 314.16a. It's right above that other table you got there. You need to highlight that table real good. Table 314.16a is going to be your box field table too. You got 2 tables you got to worry about when it comes to box field. 314.16a and 314.16b. You're going to need both of those tables. And you want to highlight that whole row of inches. When it says minimum volume, the inches cubed, you need to highlight that whole line right there. That's the only one you want to be looking at. Got it?
And where you are.
Okay. So remember, it's going to be 2 boxes put together. Now, how do I know out of all those boxes on that table is nothing but boxes? How do I know which boxes I'm not going to use? Is there anything on that table that tells me what I'm not going to use? On the table. Let me put this table up for y'all, if y'all don't mind. That's a good idea. So y'all can actually see it. Table.
The question asks for gang box, right?
It does. But I'm asking for what box you're not going to use
Around.
on that table. That's exactly right. Exactly right. This is a table right here. Get in there. That's the table right there, right? So I already know that it's not a round box. It's not a square box. It's not that square box. What makes this box right here appealing? This section.
Got 3 measurements.
So does this one. Okay. I learned something last night. You are never too young or old to learn. If you get a switch box and measure from top to bottom, it measures 3 inches. I didn't know that till last night. I learned that last night. Just by measuring. Maybe go find one somewhere. Did I need to go find one for y'all to prove that? When you measure across this box, it measures 4 inches. From top to bottom, it's 4 inches. A switch box is going to measure 3 inches. I didn't know that till last night. Did I prove that to y'all? I gotta go find it, prove that to y'all? You sure? Because I can go get it. I can go get it. Who want to see it?
I kind of want to see it.
Ain't no game. Go see me, go find it. You got it. Oh, what you got? Don't panic. Just know what you got.
Todd at the shop? No?
No, not today. Not this week. I'm like, fucking prick.
Is he on vacation?
I don't think so. Is he your boss?
Yeah, he's our job site boss. He'll come
Where
out
you
there.
work again?
We're in Little Elm. But he'll come out there on random Fridays.
And just be like, hey.
Yeah.
Do you know
pretty much.
Dan?
Do what?
Do you know Dan? Short little.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's my boss.
I've heard about him.
He was like, dude, I had to go talk to the committee. He was there. I was like, fuck, I forgot he was on the committee. I'm like, shit.
What does it say to you, by the way? The committee? Like, did they threaten to kick you out, or just like be better?
No, just like, hey, why'd you fail? This, that, and the other. And I was like, because I'm like, no, I'm just like, I couldn't do online. Like,
Yeah. That's what
I'm
I
good.
figured.
No.
I just didn't know if they were kicking anybody out or not.
I don't know. I was too busy on my damn Xbox.
Yeah.
I know, it's not.
Oh God.
You think I'm paying attention to this shit? No.
That and the dude would just disappear with his kid.
Yeah, I was like, dude,
Did anybody notice that?
all the time. Almost every class. And we would end at like 9 or 9:30. I'm like, dude.
That was pretty nice. I'm like,
Oh,
that
I didn't
was
care.
pretty
I was
nice.
just like, okay. He was a shitty teacher. In my opinion.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
All right, here we go. I have to go steal this. I mean, borrow it. So you measure, this is switch box. I can take this off. And add another box to it. Okay. Get another box like this, take this cover off, put them both together, screw them down, you have two game boxes. Okay? Measure it. Top to bottom, 3 inches. I did not know that till last night. Learn something all the time. So, if that is the case, then I know that the only one that's gonna fit that question is the ones that have a 3 in front of it. This section right here. Would you agree? Yes. Now, this is my boy right here. This is my line. Now, this is giving me single switch boxes, depths or volumes, right? I need 31 inches for 2 boxes. With two of them together, I need 31 inches. You got it? So which one of these boxes, single boxes, will work if I put them together to make 30 inches? Will 14 work? What's 14 times 2? Will it work? How about 10 and a half times 2? Will that work? No? What about Ruiz? Will it work? What about 18 times 2? That'll work, won't it? So the answer is going to be 3.5. Let's look over here and see. 3.5. Questions? You got a question, Dylan? You getting sleepy, man. You getting low down there. You all right? All right, that was 27. Should I keep going? Ooh, 29. I want to talk about 29. Like, if you get 29 right, you get a bunch of stuff right. I want to explain 29. It took me a minute to figure out how to explain 29. I'm going to explain it to you. You ready? How my online class doing? Y'all with me? Y'all with me? Let me check on y'all, see what y'all doing. Gotta use the bathroom. Be back. All right, let me go ahead and put some people in real quick. Who was the anybody sign in? So there's no Dylan, you didn't sign in, did you? Chance, you didn't sign in. And who was Lucas? Lucas not here? No Lucas. No Chance.
I'm right here.
I'm just messing with you. No Jose Maladona. No Santos. And no Jose Cuevas. No Cuevas? No Cuevas.
He was on that earlier.
I'm trying to see if he responds. No Cuevas. No Jose Cuevas. He's not responding, Mr. Cuevas. Mr. Cuevas must not be here. He's not responding.
I guess the Quivers did hit.
Mr. Cuevas, you ain't there? You enjoy too much of that Quavo? What's going on? Mr. Cuevas, you absent? I ain't hear you. Y'all need to nudge Mr. Quavo. He done fell off. Mr. Dillon, I need everybody that had signed to make sure they sign. Okay? Just put the time in is not good. You need to sign your name. All right? All right, Quavos. He must fell asleep. All right. Quavos. That's how you get in trouble right there. Not responding. What was we at before I got interrupted? This right here, y'all, is crucial. It took me a lot. It probably took me maybe 5 years to figure out how to explain this. It's just how jacked up it is. Okay? So first of all, when you see that problem, you assume, tell me if I'm wrong, you assume that voltage is going through that heating element, don't you? You assume that voltage is coming in here and going around, then here, and then going around and going back. It's not doing that. What's it doing then? Ethan like, no, it's not. Yeah. What's it doing then, bro? Trying to remember. I want to draw a schematic of that, and you tell me if it's, if I'm right. This is gonna be the L1 side, or let me just call this. This is gonna be. I don't know how to do that yet. This is gonna be one side. This is a 2-pole breaker, right? This is gonna be one pole. This is gonna be the other pole, right? It goes and hits L1 first. L2 goes to L1 to another one. And then it ends at L2. L2, L1, L2, L1. Is that not that schematic right there? Is that not that drawing right there? I can prove it. You mean to prove it? So power leads one of these legs through the red wire. It goes to L1. Is that what I got there?
Yes.
Then it goes through, comes out L2. Then L2 connects to L1 on the other element. Yes?
Yes.
Then on the other side of it, L2 goes back to the breaker. Is that what I got?
Yes.
What in a heating element, when we draw loads just like this. Loads will allow electricity to flow through it. Toaster, TV, whatever. But a heating element is totally different. A heating element, I'm going to draw this around it just so you know the difference. A heating element does not allow a lot of power to go through it. It has very, very high resistance. It does not allow power to go through it. Does that make sense? Is this a series of parallel circuit? Look here. Is this a series of parallel circuit? Is it a series of parallel circuit? Oh, come on, real? Series, thank you. Series of parallel circuit. How do I know? How can I tell? How can I test the theory? Snippet. If I test the theory, is that stuff work?
Nope. Yep.
Part of it probably will, but you won't get no heating elements. So you'll get this one going here and it stops. Get here, it's going here and stop. That's it. It's a series circuit, okay? The thing is, guys, again, if you can just remember, if you just accept that electricity does not flow through this heating element, it stops right here and it stops right here. You'll be saying, well, how does that? It's going to cause this element to heat up, but no electricity is going to flow through it. You may get some residual voltage through there, but it's not going to be enough to really read on a meter. You with me? If this is series circuit and this guy is 208, then what is my voltage here? No. I'm gonna say it again. Who said it? Somebody said it. Nope. How about this? What does voltage do in a series circuit? It drops. It could have had. No. What is the rule for voltage in a series circuit, y'all? What's the rule for series? I just gave it to you today.
No resistance. No. Oh God.
Did y'all write it down? Take a picture of something? Look at what's the rules for voltage in a series circuit? You didn't get that? Don't your iWatch take pictures? What did it say? Huh? I said voltage, bro. So we didn't waste the whole class on that one. Nobody got it. It's what did y'all take? Who got the phone? Give me who?
I have it right here.
Well, bring it here, bro. Let me see. And maybe you can't. Maybe you don't understand me. So what does it say right there? Is that voltage right there? Is that voltage or no? That's not voltage. So y'all don't know the symbols. You don't know. If I say voltage, you don't know the symbol for voltage. I'm sorry. Let me stop.
Okay.
Quit.
You're fine.
Can we interrupt?
Go ahead.
And you know that if you're 6 feet apart, you don't have to wear your face covering, and if you're teaching, you don't have to.
Okay.
That'll make it easier for you.
They don't want to see him though.
But I'll be spitting on him, so I'm trying to help him
I
out.
guess y'all want him to wear it because you don't want any spit.
Well, hey guys, my name's Casey Hunsaker. I'm the training director here. This is Ricky Babcock. She is the
Apprenticeship director.
So we wanted to come and talk to you guys. Thank you guys for coming in. This doesn't look like a full class.
It's not.
Some of them online. I got 4 guys online right now.
We got 4 guys online.
Yep.
They're not supposed to be.
Well,
I
one
only
guy's.
know of one.
Yeah, he is. Well, they didn't get the memo.
Well, they got it.
They got it.
got
Uh
it.
No, they didn't choose.
oh. Y'all. So I can catch y'all out. So if you, I'm just kidding.
I'll be talking to them tomorrow.
Okay.
Who do we have online?
You got
Brennan
you got
White.
Alan, Andrade, Brendan White, Jose Cuevas, and Thomas Brazil.
Okay.
I'll notate on that if you want to. Who's online,
Okay.
so you know.
Yeah, please do.
Okay.
Okay. Our grades are suffering in here. Okay, an understatement. Not here to harp on you guys, okay, at all. Believe it or not, we're actually on your side. Okay. I know a lot of you are probably feeling defeated. Guys, can you hear me online?
Hey, typing. Yes, sir. They hear you.
Okay. I'll try to speak loud enough where y'all can hear. I know you guys are feeling defeated online. We're in the process of looking at this class specifically.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at some of the things they've typed, and I'm like, okay.
Okay. So we're looking at some of the things that has happened in this class this year, and we know there's some problems. Okay. And we're working on the inside here to identify what those problems are and then come up with a plan of what we're going to do to fix those. Okay. So with that said, do you have anything you want to say before I start asking questions?
We just don't want y'all to feel like coming into class is a punishment. We really want to help you. We have seen some of the issues, and we thought this is the best option for you going forward. Please know that our job is to help you be successful, and that's what we want to do. You can call, you can email, you can ask for meetings. We've put you in Zach's class because we feel like, again, going forward, he is the best option for you, and I think you're going to succeed in his class, and that's really what we want.
I'm gonna need your help with Zach though, because he's liable to go to sleep up here.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we've heard reports that homeworks are being turned in and grades aren't showing up and all that. So is that a thing? Be honest. I mean, if you haven't been doing your homework,
Do what?
I said mine all got graded. I know that.
okay,
Same here.
same, okay. So, how often have you been doing homework in his class? Not his class, obviously, but how often? Weekly? Every other week? Every 2 weeks? Weekly?
Did y'all have a quiz every week?
No.
No. It was just homework.
Just homework?
Just homework.
For those that are, and if you want to have this in a one-on-one conversation, we can certainly go outside the room and have a conversation. Okay. If you're embarrassed or don't want to say something in front of everybody else. Okay. For those that have turned in homeworks and gotten low grades, is there a specific reason that you got a low grade? And I'll just kind of go around the room. Anybody?
Don't get too distracted.
Too distracted? Okay, I'm gonna ask what's distracting you?
Just all my stuff in my house.
All your stuff at your house?
Yeah, like, I'm not even lying or nothing. I had to run and help my dad because we had a calf drop in the middle of class.
Okay.
Where are your
It's
books?
Huh.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
His name is Jesse, by the way.
Okay.
Only time I've ever done it.
Okay.
Well, this is your first time in school, so
Yeah,
it's not a good start.
I agree.
Okay. I'm gonna go one by one, and I want you to tell me what your biggest challenge has been up to this point. Okay, with this class. So I'm gonna start with you.
I mean, just learning online, it's kind of hard, you know. Like, I don't know. For me, it's like I'm too shy to like talk. So I mean, it's more helpful for other guys to speak out for themselves. So like, it's more helpful for me if I'm at school instead of being online.
Okay. How about you?
Just kind of going off what you said. The online is really hard. I think for me, it's not being there, looking at the whiteboard, having the teacher explain it.
Okay.
I can't learn like that. Really.
Okay. How about you, sir?
Well, I think it's better. Sometimes it's a lot to ask when typing it, and then he goes on, and then you kind of miss the opportunity, and you're like, oh, never mind. So it's better to ask right now in front of the teacher, and he can explain it like right here, right now. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, that was my issue right there.
Okay. How about you, sir?
Too many distractions.
Okay. What kind of distractions, if you don't mind me asking?
Like my phone's right next to me and I just want to text away or just play on my phone or whatever it is. And in class, I feel like I don't need to be on my phone or whatever.
Okay. That's fair. How about you, sir?
Kind of combination of both of those. Kind of online is kind of tough to kind of keep focus, and online it's kind of harder for me to figure this stuff out. It's tougher online personally. I'm not good with the online stuff. I'm bad with it. I'm more hands off in person type of guy.
Okay. Okay. How about you, sir?
This is more obligated to ask questions of the teachers right in front of my face.
Okay. That's a pretty
And
profound.
the teachers can ask me questions. That doesn't happen online, really. So it's like any questions, and then I'll.
That's a very profound
And I could have a
observation.
million questions, but I'll still do it.
Yeah, that's a very profound observation. Anything else you want to add?
Put me with them if I can. Learn online.
Okay. How about you, sir?
I'm saying online, normally you learn much, and then the questions that they're asking right now, instead of like typing like the whole question at me, and then the teacher like just go to the next question.
Okay.
I'm piggybacking off of these guys. It's just he doesn't give you enough time to ask questions. You go to start typing a long question or something. He's already 2 questions ahead.
Okay. So my next question: how much study time did you all put in each week between not class time, but outside of class time? Be honest.
Like an hour.
An hour?
Whenever I got my free time, like 20 minutes a day.
20 minutes a day? Barely any at all? Same?
3 or 4 hours a week.
3 or 4 hours a week?
Probably 2 hours.
2 hours?
10 minutes.
10 minutes? Barely any?
2 to 3.
2 to 3 hours? Okay. National average for higher education. At a minimum, 2 hours of outside of class study for every class hour. It's late, I can't talk, I'm sorry. For each hour you're sitting in the classroom, you really need to be studying outside of class at least 2 hours. Okay? So, 4-hour class, that's 8 hours over the course of a week. That's where you really ought to be targeting. If you're not spending that amount of time, are these guys asleep online? Because they ain't saying anything, are they?
Not yet.
All right.
Hit it time. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. I'm here.
Yeah. Okay. If you're not spending that amount of time, you're actually falling behind the curve. Okay. Some weeks may be a little less. Some weeks may be a little more. But target that 8 hours. Okay. And so here's a tip that you need to kind of get in the habit of now. This is a commitment. Okay. This is school. It's not you show up 4 hours and you go on about your week and then you come back for 4 hours. Okay. It's not a seminar. It is school. And the material you have in front of you, you're going to have to read that outside of school. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to keep up. It's just a fact. Okay. And I think y'all see some of that. All right. We obviously know that there are problems with the class. We are going to address those, but I want to make sure that the expectations set for y'all what you're going to have to do to keep up outside of class. Okay. I'm not pulling any punches. It's just reality. All right. Set you a schedule. All right. This is going to be one of your homework assignments. Set yourself a schedule. This goes for the online guys too. Set yourself a schedule. And I want to see y'all in here next week unless you got COVID. Make yourself a schedule that's going to incorporate that 8 hours of study time each week. Okay? It's going to be different for each one of you. All right? It doesn't have to be an 8-hour block of time on Saturday. It can be an hour today and an hour tomorrow and an hour the next day and 2 hours on Saturday and whatever comes up to 8. Okay? Or it could be 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes evening. Okay? Whatever it looks like for you in your schedule. Set that schedule and stick to it. Be militant about it. Okay? I have a wife. All right? And you're not talking to her. You do not repeat this. This is strictly confidential.
Okay.
Who loves, when I sit down and I'm trying to do something, all of a sudden the freaking honey-do list comes out. And here she is. Hey, can you go do this? Can you go do that? I'm kind of in the middle of something. Well, I need to get this done right now. You know? So, I feel your pain. She's actually not that bad, but it does happen sometimes. I feel your pain. Guard your study time, okay? We all have a life outside of work. We have a life outside of school. We want to do other things than sit here and read the code book or read your materials, okay? I've got it. I came through this program too. I've sat right where you're at, okay? So, you have to be disciplined about guarding. You have to be disciplined about guarding your study time. Okay? You just have to. Because if you let the distractions, if you let the phones, the friends, the family, whatever the case may be, distract you from your study time, you're not going to get it done. And there's always an easier excuse to do something else than there is to do your study. Okay? And it's just the way it is. So, make that schedule, guard your study time, and then stick to that plan. All right? And you will see a huge difference in your confidence in learning this material. You will start grasping what we're teaching, and it's actually going to start getting fun for you. It really will. Okay. Right?
That's right. They
So-
already know.
Yeah. Y'all have done an excellent instructor. I had to come over here and turn him down earlier.
Yeah, he did. I was ready.
Yeah. Zach's not going to let you sleep in here, and that we're really happy that he's agreed to take your class. So I think it's going to give you a really big opportunity to improve. So
Just something going forward, and I plan on talking to the other classes about it. I know as guys you don't think that much about it, but studying, it has been proven. I was a middle school teacher for 16 years, and I would never let my students write in blue or black because your brain doesn't remember those colors. So when you're highlighting, don't highlight everything, okay? Because again, nothing stands out. Get colored pens. I know it's a girly thing, but if you're taking notes in color, your mind remembers what you've written in color, okay? So you think whenever you're taking your test, your mind goes back to those colors that you wrote in instead of the dull blue and black. I know it seems weird, but it helps. It really does. And so if you are one that struggles with studying, start writing in colors instead of just your blue and black. You're working with wires that are in different colors. There's a reason, okay? Those colors stand for something. Same whenever you're writing, okay? So just think about that. If you need study tips or tutoring, that's what we're here for, okay? Zach will also help you. Y'all have any questions?
do y'all know how to get to tutoring if you need it?
Don't shoot, you know.
Do you know where you do your hours on the apprentice portal?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. On that apprentice portal, there's an area where you have forms, and in those forms is where the tutoring request form is, okay? Now, let me explain to you how tutoring works. If you decide you need tutoring for a subject, you're gonna pull the form out. It's gonna ask what your name is. Obviously, we need to know who you are. It's gonna ask what your tutoring request subject matter is. So what is it you need help with? You need help with code, you need help with calculations, you need help with whatever the case may be, okay? Be sure you be descriptive in what you need. It's gonna ask you for some dates and times. Keep in mind that I have to coordinate this with the instructor pool that we have here. So I've got to pull an instructor in to meet with you for tutoring, okay, for that tutoring session. That process can take 7-8 days. So if you need tutoring, it's not going to happen tomorrow, okay? It's going to be a week or so or more out when we can get a session set up for you, okay? So if you think you're struggling, you think you're going to need help, go ahead and put in, okay? Here's the deal, if you get it, if you think you need help, and then later in the week, in your 8 hours of study time, because I know y'all are going to start doing 8 hours now, don't spit that out. If y'all get it, y'all can always call and cancel, okay? But if you realize that you really, really need it, it might be a little bit too late, and he may move on to something else, and now you're behind, because everything builds upon itself in this program. So don't let yourself fall behind, all right? So utilize that resource if you need it, okay? We have a building full of people here. I know y'all feel like you've kind of been thrown out to the wolves and left out there to rot, okay? The cavalry's here, and we're here to rescue you, okay? So I want y'all to be positive and upbeat about coming in here. Like I said, this isn't a punishment. We're really trying to help y'all be successful. I want to be able to have your name announced and watch y'all walk across the stage here in 3.5 more years. Okay? And y'all have a career that you can have the rest of your life. All right. So, Zach, you have anything you want to add to that?
Mm-mm. Let's get it.
Is that your pins over there?
Yeah, that's the different colors she was talking about.
Yep.
That's what I use.
That's what you should have when you come to class. I'm being serious, guys. You will notice a huge change.
I'm actually proud of you guys. Why am I saying I'm proud of you guys? No, because I don't see one person in here carrying their books in the box we gave you when we gave you.
That happens. Y'all, it happens.
Yeah.
Take care of these materials, guys.
Yeah.
Once we get done with the first year, don't throw this stuff away, okay? You put it on your shelf. You're going to refer back to it. Guess what? I came through the program and graduated in 1997. And guess who's going back to those materials I had back in 1997? I do to this day. Seriously. We can't remember everything there is about this trade, okay? If we had everybody in this room with 50 years experience, just like that, all of us had 50 years experience. If we put our collective minds together, we wouldn't know everything about this trade. It's too big. It is too big. Okay? So there's always something else to learn. Always something else to learn. All right. My office is at the opposite end of this building. When you come in the door over there and you go around the bathrooms over there, it's kind of back there off in that corner. All right, my door's always open. I do teach classes on Tuesday night. So if you need me, let him know and he'll shoot me a text, and then when I can get to a breaking point, I'll come and get you. Okay? That's how that'll work. But my door's always open. If you get here before school and you need something, feel free to stop by and see me. And I will be coming back over here and checking on you all. You're probably going to see a lot of me over the next month or so. Okay? Because I want to make sure that y'all have what you need. And I guess in the next week, she and I are going to put our heads together and come up with a plan to see if we can figure out how to get y'all caught up. Grade-wise. Okay? So, it's not that we're going to hand you grades.
No.
At all. All right, but I don't know what we're going to do at this point to get it rectified. So, all right. So.
And you taught last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, he tried to get away and then decided.
Yeah.
Keep pulling you back in.
Yeah.
No, he pulled himself back in.
This time.
He pulled himself back in.
That's okay. That's okay.
It's going to be fun, though, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Y'all know where to get in contact with us if
if
we're
you-
here.
Yeah, if you have issues with schedule, you're going out of town, you got COVID, whatever the case is, call the office. Here's a recurring theme we found out tonight. Okay, how many of y'all check your emails? I've got two back there that don't. Keep track of your emails, guys. Seriously, that's how we communicate. How many of these guys online check their email?
One of them said he do.
Okay, just one of them.
Just one.
That's only 25%.
One's typing.
One's typing. He
Okay.
does. Okay.
Now we're 50%.
But y'all should receive your grades. too.
Alan, are you there or are you dead?
I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Quavo been gone for a while too. I don't know if Quavo had. Hey, Quavo! Quavo! What? Finally shows up at the end of class.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. All right. Check your emails. That's how we communicate. If you don't have Remind in your phone, make sure you get the information to get Remind on your phone, okay? Because that's another way we communicate. Broad. If we get ice, say next week it's icy, we're going to send out a notice to Remind on the Remind app that you're going to be online. Okay? Let me introduce you to Hank Strickhatter, okay?
They probably all seen me once, twice.
How many of y'all have heard of Thomas S. Edison? Okay, he was Thomas's apprentice. Okay?
see it flying by.
Okay. True story. Hank was my first year teacher. All right. 1993. I sat in a classroom like you are, and Hank was up here screaming at me. Sure did.
Sure you good.
I didn't want you to think I'd get fresh.
But yes, I have studied Thomas S. Edison too, because I admire the man. But, and yes, I'm old.
That's okay.
I'm an antique. I ain't changed. Actually, you know, some things I've done, pretty darn proud I've made it this long.
So, yeah. Any questions? Guys, this online, this includes you. Y'all have any questions? Any questions? You got the three amigos here.
Yes, sir.
May not be able to answer your question right off, but we'll get the answer.
Yep. And I'm sorry I interrupted so much of your class.
Yes. Thank you for
It's
being
all
so patient with us.
Yes.
All
It's
right.
been a crazy first night here for y'all.
I guess we're going to figure out how to soundproof these walls in here. They
I'm
have
just
a
glad I'm gone.
very,
Where
very,
is y'all's
It's
cover?
right there.
Right there.
It's right here.
Oh, I
You were,
gotta
in
remember
there,
that.
you were going after it, and it was.
I gotta remember
Oh
that.
yeah. And then Aaron's right there through that door.
He
So.
told me, he's like, nah, you. Yeah, he was telling me about
you
it.
got a very excited instructor, which is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
He'll keep you awake.
Yeah.
So, we're not complaining, Zach.
No, not at all.
All right. Well, guys, good luck. We will be in contact with y'all.
Definitely.
It's all up.
It's not.
It's not, okay.
We got-
Some
We got
of
4
them-
of them that's at home right now. They're online though.
Yeah.
They're online, though, yeah. There's 12 of them in here.
So on here,
We just put online. I got 'em. I didn't count them absent, but
Yeah.
I can put online in the signature
yeah,
block for you.
put BBB right here in the times. And then I
Okay.
usually would come over here on the side right here, right at the edge and right online.
Okay.
So that it's very clear for her.
Yeah.
Okay.
That way I'll know that they were online and you're just verifying that they were online.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
That'll work.
All right, gentlemen. Thank y'all. Y'all have a
Thank
good night and have a safe
Thank you.
week. All right.
Be safe.
Yes.
sir.
Oh, man.
Zach, thank you. Sir.
All right, sir. Big blue. All right, y'all. We're about out of time for tonight. Can you guys go back and see the review? I mean, can you go back and see the test?
Are we allowed to like go back something?
I mean, I don't know if you're allowed or not. I would try it.
I'll definitely figure out.
So if you go there and you see a question that you want me to talk about, then you need to call me, okay, or text me
Yes, sir.
and say, hey, I want to see that question right there. All right.
I know there was one of the questions about the heating elements, because there was multiple of those.
We never did finish this. I need to finish talking to you about this really quick. Real quick. Man, what time I got? 8 minutes. Who want to take out my trash today? Hmm?
If I get my 3 cents back.
If you get your what back?
My 3 cents back.
Get your 3 cents, man. Come with 3
Sounds
cents.
good.
You gonna take it out for me?
Huh?
You gonna take it out for me?
You want me to?
Yes, I do. And I'm gonna reward you by letting you go early next week. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes on everybody else. Okay, I'll let you leave early next week.
Alright.
Again, power does not flow through the heating element. So if I put a meter on L1, okay, and L2, I'm gonna get 104 volts. Okay. Let's look at that question. So refer to picture is shown in figure 115-3.314 if the leaders of the voltmeter are placed on L1 and L2 on the upper element. What would you get? It's going to be 104. Okay? So if I went from L1 to L2, what would I get? 208. If I went from L1 to L1, what would I get? 104. If I went from L2 to L1, what would I get? 0. If no power is flowing through, then how do I get power from L1 to L2? How? I can't.
Doesn't go through.
If you remember this process, when you see that problem again, ever, you're gonna be able to solve it. You gotta remember, power is not flowing through the heating element. Okay? You got that. That's very important. You gotta remember that. If not, there was 3 or 4 questions on this exam that dealt with just this. That y'all missed every one of them.
Yeah.
Because you didn't understand how it functions. But now that you understand how it functions, you should do well with that. Right? Yes. All right. Okay, so I got everybody's name. I got everybody's name and phone number. So I will send you a text eventually, sometime this week. Let you take out my trash real quick. There's a key. Well, you can't even get out the gate. Never mind. You can't even get out the gate. I'll take it on my way out. I'll take it myself on the way out. So we got about 5 more. We got about 5 more minutes. Any questions? I'm gonna try to pack up myself. Any questions? I'm gonna put my phone number up here one more time. If you run into a question in the middle of the week, I don't care what time it is, what day it is. You can send me a text. I might not respond right away, but I will respond within 24 hours with something. Okay? Don't wait till Sunday. And don't wait till Monday night. I do teach on Monday night, so if you text me on Monday night, I'm going to be teaching. Okay? So if you got a question, you want to text me, Wednesday through Sunday. I teach on Saturday morning, too. I teach a Masters in German prep class on Saturday morning, so I won't be available on Saturday morning between 8 and 4 either. Okay? But any other time, you can text me, call me, whatever. Any questions? Any questions, my online peeps? Any questions? Let me see. Fine, y'all. I can't leave my number. Yeah, you can leave your number there. Go ahead, Mr. White, leave your number. I'll write it down on this sheet of paper I got. Y'all know, all you leave your numbers in here, I'll write it down on this piece of paper I got. If you got a highlight on mine, make sure you put it back. Please. Make sure you go get you some this week. Go pick you some up, you're gonna need them.
Somebody said we can't get back.
Sorry?
What did Brazil say?
Oh yeah, it's the key.
All right, so I'm gonna write those numbers down. And I will be sending group text, trust. Nobody got any questions? How y'all feel about today's class?
A lot better. Yeah, that's for damn sure. Yeah. I feel like I actually learned something.
Okay, good.
Or I know I learned something actually. Hopefully the last guy got fired.
I don't know. That's baggage. We don't bring no baggage to this new relationship, right? I don't want to hear about your ex-girlfriend. But I'm serious. Oh yeah, homework. Almost forgot. Homework. 119. 119. I need it next week, y'all. We're gonna start moving pretty quick. 119 next week.
On night?
Huh?
Do it on night? Or
Yeah, I'm gonna create. You're not gonna see it yet. I'm gonna create the homework for you. It's gonna be 30 questions. Some of the hardest questions I can find. I'll have it for you, Mr. Brazil.
Is it gonna be?
It's gonna be in the same section. You just go to 119. You'll see. It'll say homework. The rest of the stuff you're not gonna be able to see anyway. it'll be where you can't even open it up.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, you won't even have to worry about that. You won't have to be confused, nothing, because you won't be able to open it up.
alright, got it.
Okay, so that's where your homework's gonna come from. Again, if you have questions, if you can't get in it, reach out to me. Hey, man, I can't get in. What's going on? Blah blah. You run into a problem you don't know what to do. You can understand it. Hey, man, I don't understand this problem. Now you can't call me on every single all 30 problems. I'll be like, bro.
What's the answer for number 1 through 30?
Hmm?
What's the answer for 1 through 30?
Yeah, that ain't gonna help you. You ain't gonna learn very much that way. Okay. How much time we got? 2 minutes. I'm gonna try my best to give you this recording. I did a recording of this class as well. I'm gonna try my best to get it to you, okay?
Alright.